Here's a couple of things that I absolutely love about owning my Hellcat. Hey, what's up, YouTube world? It's Ryan from Riding in Style. I haven't seen you all in forever. I know it's been a long time. I've had a lot of stuff going on, but that's what life is. Anyway, I wanted to make this short video to explain some of the things that I love about owning a Hellcat. I think one of the last videos I've done was some of the things I do not like, but this is some of the things that I really have enjoyed. And one of the things for my car specifically is the color. So this isn't Hellcat specific. It's just the color that Dodge put together with the octane red. And they did a good job with that one because it offers a darker tone in the shade, but when you're under the sunlight, it really has a distinct color that just grabs you. And it's a color that I've fallen in love with, and I'm absolutely, it just gets me. It gets me every time. So for my car in particular, having the octane red, I just love the color. In fact, maybe I will put a photo right about here. Now, it's very difficult to take pictures of the car because cameras don't do it any justice. Like, you have to actually see it. But that's one of the things I love about my Hellcat is the color combination with the brass monkey wheels as well as the black decal on the roof. So another thing, number two, that I love about this Hellcat is the power. Oh my goodness. I mean, I call it the conversation stopper. When you have other people in the car and everyone's just kind of talking, and then all of a sudden you accelerate, everyone stops talking. They cannot continue talking. It stops. Everything stops. It gets quiet while everyone kind of gets sucked back into the seat. That 707 horsepower is no joke. I can only imagine what the Red Eye or even the Demon must feel like when you floor it. But the power, when you drive this car on the road, you can be confident that you probably have one of the most powerful cars on the road at any given time in terms of having to merge onto the highway. You don't have to look and calculate if you're going to make it. You're going to make it. Just don't hit the car in front of you because you'll make it fast. And so I love the power of this car. It's something that I think once you get used to tasting that much horsepower, everything else just feels slow. It's going to be hard to drive anything other than this car and be impressed. It's like the bar and the threshold has been raised all the way up. So that's the second thing I enjoy about this car is the power. The third thing is the way that I feel when I drive it. Now, there's a lot of people who have come up to me, even a lot of non-car people. They don't know what they're looking at. They don't know the potential, but it gets a certain reaction out of people, whether it's parked somewhere or I'm at a red light or something. I can see the looks and people are just looking. They don't know what they're looking at. A lot of times, some people do. They recognize the badge or whatever. And it's funny, some of these import cars, they will try to instigate a reaction, a race or whatever. It's not worth it. But they know what this car can do. They just want to see it. They know they have no chance. They just want to hear it. And that's the one thing I really noticed about driving this car. Because I've had a Charger before and it was nice. But this one in particular, maybe it's the color, the way it's put together, the stance, I'm not sure. But it just looks expensive. It looks exotic. And it is. I mean, it's not cheap. So the feeling that I get when I drive it, though, that's the other thing. It's kind of I feel like a different person, and that's hard to explain. Maybe other Hellcat owners kind of relate to when I'm in the car, I feel like a whole different person versus when I drive my other car, which is nowhere near as powerful or appealing. So If this is you and you own a Hellcat and you know what I'm talking about, leave a like on this video. And so the power in the engine, the color, the curb appeal, and just the way it looks and the reactions from people. Remember my story, guys, that this car was a dream car for me. When it first came out in 2015, it was so unobtainable. Like, I would never be able to afford it. It was like I couldn't ever have it. And all that did was it fueled a fire in me to one day own one. That was always going to be my goal. I remember telling myself, I'm going to own one day. I don't know how yet, but I'll figure it out. And when I was able to purchase this car, for those of you who have followed this channel, you remember the story of when I was in Texas and I was able to find this car and just owning my dream car. It was so surreal. I had to pull on the side of the road for like 5 or 10 minutes just to let it sink in that this is real. This is really happening. And so that's some of the things that I love about owning this Hellcat. There's so many other benefits. The sound. I remember when I first bought it and I sat in it, I started it up. It sounded like a semi truck compared to my RT that I owned before. It just had this different cold start sound, like this gurgling. And let me show you. Well, I tell you when I can show you. And the other thing that I enjoy about this car is just the engine. You open it up, you can clearly see, you may not even know what you're looking at, but here's your supercharger right there. This is what gives you that whine when you're driving. And, you open it up, some people just are curious. They just want to look at it. Again, they don't know what they're looking at, but it's just like, wow. So there you have it, folks. Just a few things that I really enjoy about owning a Hellcat. If you want to, you can scroll through my list of videos and see some of the things I didn't like about it. But to be completely honest with you, the fact that I was able to own my dream car, a car that was just so unobtainable at one time, and I've just been so blessed. That this channel, the support, the viewers, the friends that I've made, the people that I've actually met along the way. This in this car community. So leave a comment below. Let me know let me know anything. Shoot, just leave a comment below. I always look forward to hearing from you all. Once again, this is Ryan from Riding in Style. Yeah.